This is a study on Ellen White's statements about the Apocrypha. There were two separate visions that were given to Ellen White. While each vision is different, both visions also appear to be interconnected, as can be observed when reading them. Both visions spoke of the Apocrypha and of end-time events, and that's why we're having this study. Both visions had 15 paragraphs, and there are other prophetic parallels having to do with the numbers. Before the first vision, which was September 23, 1849, and the second vision on January 11, 1850, there were 4 months, or 110 days. There are 15 days between the second vision on January 11 of 1850 and the date that it was published, which was either January 26, 1850 or January 28, 1850, or it could have been both dates because you can find both dates in the Ellen White writings. So those dates are 125 to 127 days. For myself, I would call that 126, which is a significant number when we're studying prophecy. Both visions had prophetic parallels that can be observed in seeing the many times that numbers 2, 3, 4, and 5 are highlighted in the words used to describe what she saw, and also in observing how these words or phrases are highlighted as it relates to the end time. So we're going to look here at the dates that these visions occurred. The first vision, there are 2 full copies you can find in the Ellen White writings. These writings were not previously published before 2014, and these dates are September 23, 1849. There are at least 2 locations where they are. I actually found 5, but I could only bring up 2 for some reason when I looked at the website. This vision was in Topsham, Maine, and one of these accounts was called Remarks in Vision, and the other was called Remarks in Vision, an Entreaty to Live Fully for God in View of the Impending Crisis, carried to a vision in another planet. All 15 of these paragraphs are exactly the same, for the same vision. The second vision, January 28, 1850, was in Oswego, New York, and it was written as a copy of E.G. White's vision, which she had in Oswego, New York, and this manuscript previously was published in entirety in 16 MR, pages 30 through 35, and it was called An Urgent Call for Self-Sacrifice, Views on Conditional Immortality and the Millennium. This vision was published, and they give the date 1850, January 26, or January 28. It's possible it was printed on both dates. But when I researched it out, this vision actually occurred on January 11 of 1850. And there you have my calculations at the bottom. So we're first going to